Parents, do you find that you are struggling to connect with your adolescent, that you are constantly fighting and there is constant friction you just don't understand? Do you find yourself saying things like, that's just how they are? You have no expectation of anything different because that's what society tells you is normal? But would you not like to have adolescents that you love interacting with? That there is not that hesitation and that insecurity and that reservation when you see them because you don't know necessarily how they're going to respond. Because you may say that thing innocently saying something and it just kind of snaps them off. Or they could say something that kind of snaps you off, right? Are you having this friction that you just really would love to enjoy your family, come home and have laughter instead of arguments, to have your house interacting and doing stuff together, not out of duress, but because they want to? I'm here to tell you that that's possible. I have seen it. I have helped it happen countless times where it was felt as though there's no way. We're just going to have to ride this wave out. And hopefully when they cross the 20s, they go to college, maybe then we'll build a relationship. But can I tell you that if we wait until then, it may be too late. Because we interact in their 20s and they kind of maybe on a good day respectful, doesn't mean they like us. Doesn't mean they respect us, doesn't mean that they connect with us. Someone said that if you looked at life as a 24-hour period, adolescence is only about 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to influence your child for a lifetime, for that next 50. 10 minutes. So depending on how old your adolescent is, do you have 2 minutes left? 5 minutes left? How much time do you have left till they cross that 10-minute mark? And now they have to go and navigate the world with the foundation or the lack of foundation that they may have gotten thus far. But you have the ability to influence them above and beyond anything else. Research has shown that when they kind of interviewed, if you will, adolescents, older, like in their 20s. And they said, well, tell me who has been the greatest influence on you thus far? Has it been family, close family members, your parents? Has it been some social figure, someone you've never met, but somebody that you see in the public eye? Has it been maybe somebody that has mentored you, you've worked with up until this point? And I forget what the fourth character was. Hands down, it was parents or close family members, 40 something, just shy of 50%, 20 something percent, 27 was social media, somebody that they've never met. So when we are saying, oh, that's just how they are, they're absorbed with social media, it's just the norm, they are doing that because they lack connection anywhere else. The research showed me that the reason that many of them are on social media and seem addicted to it is because they are craving connection, which they are not getting at home. They're not getting it somewhere else. So couple the fact that we now know that's not an addiction, it's a connection issue. Couple that with the fact that you have the greatest potential for influence. Now ball's in your court. What can you do to help go back in? I like to say go in and reach them and bring them out, because they feel like they're stuck somewhere, but they need you. Even though you don't feel that sense of security, that you don't know what to do, how to do it. When you do something, maybe it's not being taken in the right light. This is why coaching exists. You are the greatest coach for your child. I stand behind you. I am the coach's coach to kind of help you see what you're saying, how they're perceiving it, help them to see what you're saying and how it's a miscommunication, misplaced expectations. These are the things that coaching will help you to overcome, and so much more. Because remember, you're more than just a parent. It may feel like that's what absorbs your world, but where are your dreams and your aspirations? When you live those out, you're inspiring them. Remember, you are their greatest influence to go for their goals, to strive through when they see you doing it. But also, you're such a better version of yourself that shows up, because now you're fulfilled. Instead of feeling drained all the time, now you have a little spring back in your step, because you're accomplishing your dreams and going for the things that empower you. Now, across the board, your world is going to change, not just in your household, But now on the job, if you're an entrepreneur, just you're going to be a different version of yourself that is going to I like to say level up. So there's always another level, but the goal is to get from where you are one step up. And then when we get you there, one step up. When we get you there, one step up until you have developed enough momentum that now I can step back, and there is no commitment with coaching. It can be a 1 month, it can be however long you want it. There are no commitments. But the point is to get the ball rolling, because as they say, what is the definition of insanity? To do the same thing the same way, yet expect a different result. So schedule your complimentary coaching session with me. We will talk about your challenges, what your unique situations are, and I can give you some insights and kind of tell you my suggested approach to that situation. All right, so I hope that you will be among the few, because many see this and they just don't have what I call the bandwidth. They believe they don't have the bandwidth. But if we go through life consistently saying, okay, I don't have room, I don't have the ability, I don't have capacity, I don't have the resources, then nothing's going to change for the better. It will change for the worse. And I'm seeing a lot of adolescents now coming out on the other side that say, I want nothing to do with my parents. Is that what you want? Or do you want them to, even in their 20s, they're still coming to your advice, even in their 30s and their 40s, because they respect you, not because we've enabled them and they don't know how to survive, but because they so respect your opinion and your perspective that they seek your input in all things that they do, not draining you, but an enjoyment of being just absolutely able to enjoy you, enjoy who you are. So you don't need to go through this any longer by yourself. I am here offering my services to coach you. I can only take on 5 clients. And I know you may hear this a lot, that people say doors closing, but what is the one, I like to say, truly non-renewable resource, and that is time. And time is priceless. My time is priceless. But because of how I came up, without the benefit of someone standing in the gap for me, no one to help enlighten my parents on what they could do differently, helping them to understand who I was, helping me to understand their perspective. Now we have the benefit of that. So because no one was there to advocate for me, to me, it is my greatest joy. I like to say my light bulb goes on. What feeds me is to see when your light bulb goes on, when you realize that there's simple things that you can do that are going to make a profound difference. Like to say, you are going to revolutionize your relationship with your adolescents. Your entire household is going to change. So I hope to see you in a coaching call.